Overnight, tensions ramping up over Greenland after President Trump attended college football's national championship game in Miami with his family. The president saying he'll tell European leaders America aims to take over the territory, which is currently controlled by Denmark.
Look, we have to have it. They have to have this done.
The president later posting an image of him planting a flag on the Arctic island. But Europe's been pushing back, with more Danish troops arriving in Greenland.
We see this as unnecessary and irresponsible.
And the office of French President Emmanuel Macron confirming he sent a text message to Trump, which the president also posted. Macron writing that the two are aligned on issues like Syria and Iran, but, quote, I do not understand what you are doing on Greenland. The president has framed his long-standing interest on the territory of 57,000 people around defense.
If we don't have it, we have a big hole in national security.
Saying it's a gateway to threats from Russia and China, which Denmark and others deny. Greenland is also rich in resources, including rare earth minerals that are used in electronics and high-tech manufacturing, including the AI boom. All of those fields part of a growing race between the U.S. and China, though Trump has said he's interested in security, not minerals. Other European leaders also reaching out to the president. In a remarkable disclosure, Norway's prime minister revealing he sent a text message to Trump, asking for a phone call and saying we should all work to take this down and de-escalate. Norway says the president responded, considering your country decided not to give me the Nobel Peace Prize for having stopped 8 wars plus, I no longer feel an obligation to think purely of peace. He's very preoccupied with the Nobel Peace Prize, Norway's prime minister told reporters, adding the Nobel Committee selects the prize winners, not the Norwegian government. Overnight, the president firing back.
No, I don't care about the Nobel Prize. If anybody thinks that Norway doesn't control the Nobel Prize, they're just kidding.
Amid the possibility of new tariffs and a reignited trade war over Greenland, market futures are down sharply this morning. Also at the World Economic Forum in Davos, the president is set to unveil his Board of Peace to oversee the reconstruction of Gaza. Among the world leaders invited to join the board, Russian President Vladimir Putin. Craig.
Gabe Gutierrez from the White House. Gabe, thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.